Okay.
Just casually mentioning that I forgot to actually start recording when I started streaming.
Rip.
Smart. That's fine.
You'll
Fine.
know for
This
next
is
time.
fine.
That's fine, buddy.
I thank the man for his time, and I ask how much for one of your cabbages.
It'll be 3 coppers for a cabbage, and they are the
Okay.
finest cabbages in the land.
I will take 2.
Steep.
No. Yes, 2. I will take 2.
He happily gives you 2 cabbages and more than happily collects your coin.
Excellent. I take one of the cabbages and I put it in my mouth, and I just like bite down on it like an apple, but I don't take it out of my mouth because then with the other cabbage in my hand, I rip it in half, and I give half to Bubbles, and I give the other half to Pengu.
Oh! Thanks for
Alright.
sharing.
Pengu doesn't look very happy with it, but Tarim, you see him mumbling something and like kind of like putting it in his face until Pengu takes it.
Like reluctantly?
Begrudgingly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably at this point that you probably see Asiya go up to the man and like talk to him, and he hands her some coppers, says thank you.
Oh shit. Can I like nudge in closer and try to hear what she said?
Sure.
What the fuck do I roll for that?
Perception against
Yeah, perception.
either my skullduggery or my deception, I think would be that.
Hang on.
Which I can tell you is probably 2 in each.
Perception. I have 1 yellow in perception, and then I add 2 purples to that?
Yes.
Okay, a yellow, 1, 2 purples. Roll dice.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I heard something!
Yep.
But I might have tripped on my way in.
I'll let the GM figure out what what those threats are, but effectively you just kind of hear the gist of, hey, blah blah blah. I'm actually an investor in this, and I need my dividends now.
Oh my god.
I love it. The cabbage man says, "Oh yes, I forgot that you had invested. We're hoping to become a cabbage corporation one day. You see, my brothers and I are spread all throughout the Earth Nation. Give me 1 moment, and I will gather your coin."
Wow.
And with that, he gathers. He goes into his little cart that's next to him, ferrets away a secret bag that was there, and then gives you your coin provided to you.
Yep.
For your solid investment.
Yep.
I'm going to assume that Avari does not know what dividends are.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
From the Northern Water Tribe.
Exactly.
Yeah, Asiya
so
just.
I just think that if you say dividends, they give you money.
Asiya.
So you're gonna ask for dividends as well?
Yeah.
Are you doing it while Asiya is still
I'm not
there?
gonna do it here. I'm gonna wait and do it somewhere else because
Okay.
you already got dividends from this person, so I have to ask somebody else for dividends.
Oh god, this is good. This is great. Oh god.
Walks up to the Fire Nation, hands out dividends.
That was my idea.
That's fantastic.
I'm gonna ask. Kyaye is gonna ask the man if there's an apothecary or an herbalist in town.
The old man replies, "Yes, there is an herbalist in town who treats our ailments. She's near the shrine, as a strong spiritual connection to the herbs that she grows and the mother."
Perfect.
Mother.
Thank you.
No problem, and have a great cabbage-filled day.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
Actually, cabbage is not so bad.
Cabbage isn't bad, especially pickled
cabbages.
Cabbage rolls? Hell yeah.
Pickled cabbage. Of course, pickled anything.
Raw cabbage? Nah.
I like sauerkraut.
Ugh, God.
Nah.
Nee.
Ugh.
I mean, y'all need help.
All right, so let's go to the shrine.
Yeah, to the
To the shrine.
I don't know if anyone else wants to see anything else in town, but Kyaye is really eager to go see this herbalist.
I just
Yeah,
realized
there's
not.
Before we,
monkeys.
I do have a question, just about the town generally.
Sure.
So he said that the shrine and the herbalist are both on the opposite end of town, like on the road leaving town, right?
Yeah, so they're located. They're on the side of the road, but yes, they are. As you're leaving town, at least from your direction.
So how, and this being the first person that Tarim, like first adult, I imagine we're not too, like we were walking on the road and just got to like town. I imagine we're not like in the middle of town, like a town square area.
No, you're quite early. You're basically like as the first buildings appear, you caught this man, and were able to ask him questions.
Cool. So my final question is how much of this valley, how big is this town?
Yeah, so from what you can tell, and this is presuming that you're walking towards the shrine at this point.
Yeah, I would say that like in general, that's the direct, like we're heading into town. You guys
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah.
Shopping.
Yeah.
From what you can gather between all the buildings that are there and the number of people outside, the town is relatively small at about 150 people, you would have to guess.
Oh, this is a hamlet. Whoa, language.
What?
Are we not supposed to swear?
I don't know.
I don't.
I
don't
mean,
care.
I swear.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Language.
All right, Cap.
Tabletop
Yeah.
RPGs, they're not that family friendly, so it appears.
Yeah, in my experience, there's a lot of F-bomb dropping. So
Even a few C words now and again.
that's my favorite word. Mine, not
Cool.
Avari's.
So this is a really small town then.
Yeah, quite small.
Okay. Teeny tiny even.
Yeah, so I mean, the number of children you see outside are probably just the number of children who live in the town, absent, very young children like babies.
Ew.
Babies out on the street?
Yeah,
No, I said
rolling in dirt?
I said absent them because they're inside with their family.
I just like to imagine babies rolling it. All right,
Rent is
so
Karru still looks very uncomfortable after what occurred on the mountain hike.
Oh, has he given Asiya a hug yet?
Probably
yeah.
not.
Rude.
They're going through a town. And they're trying to get away from the Fire Nation. There isn't time for hugs.
It takes 2 seconds.
Probably a little rewinding here, but when the two reunited, Asiya probably that awkward moment when you meet the nephew that you love, so you ruffle their hair, but they don't like it.
Nope.
Oh, you don't? Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I don't have a nephew. But no, I
yes,
understand.
I do know the feeling.
yeah, right. That's what Asiya would have done, seeing Karru in the state that he was in.
Oop, looks like we lost somebody.
What? Who did we lose?
We lost Kiki.
Oh shit, where's Kiki?
Kiki disappeared.
There she is.
There's
Okay, yay.
Kiki.
Right?
Hopefully.
Okay, good. Sounds
I think they disconnected.
I'm back.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
hooray.
Welcome.
Sorry.
You
I don't know.
were so worried.
My internet was like bleep for a sec.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going into the town.
Yep.
With the purpose of seeing a shaman.
Herbalist.
Okay.
She was she's an
Well,
herbalist.
both, right? Or is it the same person?
She could be both.
Melon Lord, is it the same person or different person?
In this case, you will have to find out.
Oh, okay. Well, Kyaye is in particular looking for the herbalist, and I think that everyone else is maybe a little bit more interested in the shaman.
I'm interested in both, just knowing my background.
I'm also Guillemon is also interested in meeting this herbalist.
Guillemon can suck a fuck.
Karru
Damn,
only
all of
cares
his
for his
hate.
ice whip. Or water whip.
Yeah.
Shaman, nah.
Kyaye just really likes flowers and wants to find some flowers and learn more about flowers.
Oh yeah.
Asiya will pull the group into a huddle.
Ooh, huddle up.
Huddle up.
Ready, break.
And we'll look at Tarim and Avari and say I'm not too personable myself, but I think I have most money. Myself and Karru will get supplies for when we eventually leave. Tarim and Avari, you'll probably be most useful going to the. Who is it that want to go to the herbalist out of character?
I want to see both, so I could go to either.
Yeah, Kyaye wants to specifically talk to the herbalist.
I
Okay.
can talk to the shaman if that makes it easier.
I just need someone that's not me talking to the shaman because I have one presence.
Okay, I can talk to the shaman, and
Yeah.
if Tarim wants to help out, I think our exact opposite natures will work to a good advantage in this scenario.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll play good
So
cop, bad
Tarim,
cop.
that is actually a skill you can get.
Those are talents
That
you can
is.
get.
What? Yeah, there's a good cop and a bad cop. I thought about getting one, but I was like, I feel like I need someone to be the alter.
And both of them work the same way, except it's whenever you fail a check, you can
No, not when you fail. It's just whenever you make a check, you can spend 2 advantage to add upgrades to a subsequent social check made by another person.
How do I get that?
You just buy it with
talent.
talents.
Buy it.
Yeah, just
it's
talent.
a talent, yeah.
Oh shit! So after this game, I'm buying that.
If you can. I think, what is it, rank 3?
It's
I
2
think
or
it's
3.
rank 2.
Oh, it's 2? Oh, that's nice. I should
One of
probably
them
get
is,
I should probably get bad cop, honestly.
Yeah, no shit.
I was also thinking it would make sense for Tarim to have bad cop.
I mean, I have 4 willpower, so that's my best social skill.
I could be a good cop. I'm nice.
All right.
So wait, Karru and Asiya are going to buy supplies. Avari and Guillemon are going to the shaman, and I'm going to the herbalist. Is that what we decided?
We're going with you. Me and Avari are going with you because we
Because
don't know.
Same direction. We're going the same direction at least, But once we get there, if it's 2 people,
then we'll split. Yeah.
But it's then the 3 of you go to the shaman and the herbalist in the same area.
Go talk to people.
Yes.
So are you gonna meet us at the end of town then, or?
Yes, once we have the supplies, we'll meet you there.
Okay.
Can you pick up some jerky?
Well,
I believe that's what he means when he says they will get supplies.
No, I want some for me specifically, and I'm gonna hand over a few copper so I can have my own supply and not just the party supply because I'm feeling snackish.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I want cookies, but never mind.
Oh yeah, I'll split cookies with you. You want to get some cookies?
No, I'm good.
Okay, fine.
Kyaye, even though she's really young, she tries to act tough and be like, no, I'm old and mature.
Well, then in that case, I'm going to extra copper for some pastries.
I feel like there's a joke to make here, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know.
A pastry chef, a jerky chef walk into a bar.
Well, that was a good one.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
There's neither of them are technically chefs because a pastry is done by a baker, and you don't cook jerky.
You
Yeah,
dry
smoked
out jerky.
jerky.
Yeah, which isn't cooking it. Slapping it over a fire.
It was cooking. My husband does all the cooking in my house. Okay. That's me talking, not.
All right, so
Avari.
huddle, break.
Yes.
Yeah, huddle break.
Ready, break. Do we have a team name?
No, we don't, and we won't.
Kyaye's not trying to get too attached.
The
Yeah.
instant no we don't and we won't.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys see Tarim put his fingers to his forehead. Can we go?
There's a,
I
yeah.
like that. I like Gillimon has to deal with like the two like immature kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Babysitting.
He's our babysitter.
that's right.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so if we're
Alright.
splitting the party, who do we want to focus on first?
We could do town first since we're like in town, right?
I mean, all mine is buying a.
What you buying?
You know what? Melon Lord, you never you never put rations in the gear list.
Listen, there's a lot of things that didn't go in that gear list, and I'm not this game's Melon Lord. But
I know, but that's
How
your.
did you answer?
Because I knew the question was directed at me.
You could have deflected.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'm gonna assume that rations are just like 25 coppers each.
Probably not quite that high. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at the gear list right now because I'm trying to scale it so it makes sense.
I also, I think the Genesis core rulebook might actually have a similar stat or a similar item.
Yeah, they probably have the field ration item, which I think it feeds you for one person for 7 days.
Let's see. Equipment.
I'm looking at weapons just use it as comparison. So the cheapest thing there.
At least in the SWRPG system, the field rations are 10 credits apiece.
Let's go ahead and use that then as an analogous. So 10 coppers apiece. Because looking at the equipment list, for example, for light melee weapons, the cheapest is a dagger, which is 25, and a week's worth of rations would not cost as much as a dagger.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'll with Karru's help, I'm just gonna buy like 4 times 5. Yeah, 4 weeks of rations for the entire party.
I don't know how the shopping trip goes with the two of you if he's still mad at you.
Wow.
Well, they're out getting rations the entire time. Karru is just kind of dejected and stays more or less silent.
Above the table question.
Yes.
The first session we had that pocket change roll. Is that only the first session you do that?
Yes.
Okay. So it's like, because I'm still broke and I cannot pay you.
Oh.
There's a reason I have the talent that gives me money every session.
Thanks the food.
So we're settling on a week of trail rations is 10.
Yeah,
that's
what
at least in this town. That makes sense.
Yes, that's what we're settling on. So per person. So
okay. So
but
they're buying it, so I'm not going to worry about money right now.
Yeah,
that's
so,
true.
I have 2 copper right now, so
I kind of feel like we've entered into party funds territory, whether we want to or not.
Like I said,
Asiya made that decision.
I made that decision. There's a reason. There's a reason I bought that talent. I knew things like this would come up.
Oh yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely agree with you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We're just we're agreeing as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all buying rations. Is there anything else y'all are gonna do before I switch over to the hermit group? Herbalist.
The hermit of like, no, we're the social group. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was talking about you guys being the
Right.
hermit.
Yeah, I got that after clarified.
I jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah. Anything else you guys are doing?
I will say for you, Asiya, it is probably pretty obvious, especially considering my one cunning, that Karru is not happy with you.
You have one cunning, I have one presence, and we're just gonna have to deal with
Yeah, but it goes
this.
off of vigilance.
Oh fuck!
for
It does go off of
deception.
vigilance,
So
doesn't
you
it?
definitely
So I
know.
definitely know. At which point, probably after we get like the actual supplies and we're making our way back to the cart, Asiya will say is there something that you wish to speak about?
Karru looks like he's about to say something, but decides against it and just shakes his head no. Turns away.
Drama.
Karru, if you bottle things in, eventually it will come to a head and in a way that you will not want it to. It is better to deal with these things now when we have the chance than to wait and regret not having said anything before.
At that, Karru will turn over to you and say, "You left me again."
And with that, she'll put like the basket of rations that she was carrying into the cart. As she turns to look at Karru, says, "I'm sorry, but it was necessary. I did not want to risk you getting captured by the Fire Nation, but we also needed the cart."
But we could have just fought through the camp or something. But instead, you left me alone.
And she'll put her hand on Karu's shoulder and say, "Yes, we could have fought through them, and it would have been a grueling fight. We would have had to rest, and most likely have the Fire Nation actively looking for us.
Look at him.
Sometimes the best course of action is not to fight. I'm not telling you to be a coward, but I'm telling you to look at the fight you want to pick and decide whether or not it is worth it. And to me, that fight was not worth it if it risked letting my nephew get captured again." And she will climb up into the passenger seat and says, "Now let's go get to the others."
Karru will hop onto the carriage as well.
Oh man, I really like that scene.
Yeah.
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 That's an after school special right there.
Did you guys hug it out?
No, they didn't hug.
Ugh.
One has one presence, one has one cunning. We were like the most socially inept pair you could think of.
That's how we know you're related.
But your family.
Do it for the family.
No, and when they hug, it'll be
No.
an actual scene, like an actual moment.
You know what? We're Team Ohana.
Oh God.
Right. So with that, let's switch over to the herbalist group.
That us.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll set up the scene a little bit for you. So as you're walking towards the edge of the town, you can see the shrine dedicated to the mother, which features a rather large totem of a bird spreading its wings overseeing the town. You can also see to the left, before getting to the shrine, there is a small herbalist shops there. You can hear lots of shouting coming from inside from a woman who sounds to be in the middle of her years. And just generally a large amount of chaos coming from inside. Not fighting, mind you, but it definitely seems like it's a very lively place.
So kind of like Madame Raz.
I unfortunately don't know what you're referencing, but I'm
Oh,
gonna go
you've
with my
never seen
gut.
She-Ra. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut and say yes.
Yeah. Crazy old woman who lives in the woods.
Kinda, yeah, that's fair.
Melon Lord, did you describe this as a hut, or would you say it's more of a house? What kind of what does this structure look like? Is it big, small?
Yeah, so it's a medium-sized structure. It seems like it's a house that has a section dedicated to different herbs and plants that are there. So she lives in the shop that she has. It's really more of a glorified house than it is a shop, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's a work from home setup, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Do they have
Love it.
COVID here? Should we be wearing masks?
Well, the mother is protecting the town, so I think you're okay.
Oh, they're anti-vaxxers here. I get it.
Oh no.
And thus the
Oh,
stream is
no.
politicized.
Hey, I didn't say that there was anything wrong with that. I just said made an observation.
I mean, at the point we are currently at, technically everybody's anti-vaxxers because vaccinations have not yet been created.
Oh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Avari is gonna create the first vaccine.
Yeah. Bloodbending, bitches.
I mean,
So,
who needs vaccines when you have water bending?
Right, exactly. They can just stream the virus out of your bloodstream. That's fine.
Also, firebending has a way of just curing diseases.
We gotta combine our shit.
I can throw a rock at you. That help?
Yeah, you'll knock them unconscious while we do the work.
Cool.
I think we've invented the first clinic, guys.
All right. Well,
All right.
Kyaye
So
is
the
very, very
chaos-
eager, and she doesn't even care that there's chaos. She's sprinting full force. She's like, I gotta get in there. And I don't know what she's met with at the door, but she's like, she picks up the pace and she kind of runs towards the door.
Okay. And Guillemot, I think you had a question. You were starting to say chaos.
Yeah, he's gonna try and reach out to gently but firmly prevent Kyaye from charging to the front door. But I think Kyaye just slips beneath his from his grip. So like he reaches out to grab her shoulder, but like she's already booked it. And shakes him
Avara's
off.
gonna take this moment of distraction and just kind of like skip on ahead at her own pace.
All right.
Be
So
cautious.
Children.
all right. So you get to the door. The door is currently partially open. Are you just gonna kind of burst in, see what's happening?
No,
I'm
going.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
No.
I want to hear what you do. I want to hear this.
Yeah, no. I think I sprint to the door, but once I get to the door, I kind of peek inside just to make sure that's not like gonna get like attacked or something like that. But I have no reservations of entering per se.
Okay.
I'm gonna peek in like under her head, so like there's two of us peeking through the door.
Aww. So what you're able to see inside is a middle-aged woman rifling through what seems to be this massive disorganized mess The shop has plants everywhere in it and a variety of herbs. She's tossing pouches around, desperately looking for something. She seems like chaos,
Incarnate.
incarnate. Yep.
My kind of
Or,
lady.
or
Yeah.
she knows where things are, but if anyone else would try to find something, it would be a nightmare.
It's like when your mom cleans your room and all of a sudden what you knew was in your piles is no longer there.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
the herbalist from season 1.
I don't
Oh
remember.
shit,
the
yeah.
other-
With the
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 one
tree-
that told
the-
them to
toes.
suck on the frozen frogs.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I will say there are no frozen frogs, unfortunately, in this shop.
Mama, get water.
You know, for a minute, I thought about requiring a frozen frog, but then I was like, no, that'll be too hard. Kyaye's eyes kind of like glisten, like in awe, like all like he's like, like you said, the shop from like wall to wall has like all these different kinds of plants and everything. So she kind of feels like she hit the jackpot. She's like so excited, and like she's kind of like looking for an opening, but doesn't want to like interrupt the woman. Kind of like, excuse me,
And the woman looks at you, and puts down the pouch that she was currently going through, and she says, What do you want?"
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but I was wondering if I could get your assistance with something.
Well, if it's for different herbs or flowers, then you definitely come to the right place.
Perfect. So Kyaye pulls out the picture she has kind of folded up in her pocket and says, I was told that this plant grows around here. Do you have it? Can you tell me where it grows? And so she kind of opens up the paper and shows her this flower that sort of has like frosted leaves, sort of like sage, and then like the inside of the flower is like a lily that almost looks like it's on fire. And so she kind of hands the paper over to the woman, asking if she knows anything about it.
Right. And give me one moment. I want to just roll something real quick here, since what you've done is fairly rare.
It's like you.
Aw.
All right. So she's like, "Ooh, this is very rare indeed. I've only seen this a few times in my travels and from when people have brought flowers to me. Um, this type of flower actually grows on the outer edge of the valley, up towards the top of the mountains."
Now, above the table, is that where we came from or where we're headed to?
That is where you came from.
No! Okay.
Yeah. At least, from what she knows anyway.
Yeah.
She goes on to say that she knows it's local to this region, but it requires it to be at a very high elevation. So while she knows that it grows kind of near that encampment that you faced off earlier, in theory, if it was on the other mountains in the nearby area, it could also be found there as well.
Okay. Is it in season? Would I be able to find it this time of year? Would you know what it's called?
Is it specific to this region or does it grow throughout?
So she responds back saying, it is specific to this region. It is a tiger flower, and it is in season, so you should be able to find it. I've only rarely had it, but it's very useful for healing, particularly. It makes a very nice poultice when mixed together with other ingredients.
Ooh.
Why would you would you want us to bring some of this to you if we find it? It sounds very potent.
Well, yes, I would certainly love for that to end up happening.
How much would you pay per flower?
Oh,
It's not about that.
No.
Yeah.
Kyaye, it's about this.
Please
For
excuse
both.
our grandpa. He's rude.
And with that, she kind of, chuckles and looks at Grandpa for a second and says, I would traditionally keep it only to be spent when one of the villagers was severely injured because of the powerful poultice it makes. So its price is incalculable to the members of our village.
How much do I need to make for it to be useful? Do I need just one flower, or do I need a bunch of them?
Usually around 3 flowers, when mixed in with other herbs, is enough to be able to make a powerful poultice. Above the table for a second.
Yeah.
What this means is that when you're making a medicine check on another character, you are going to go ahead and you get to upgrade that check once.
Okay.
So you consume a flower to upgrade the check once?
You consume 3, so you have to have a set
Consume
of
3.
3.
Okay.
Yep, you have to have a set of 3 of them, and then it's a poultice, so it has to be like applied and everything to wherever the wounded area is.
So then, if the check is not successful, we need 3 more flowers.
That would be correct.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it gets spent no matter what. But
Yeah.
you're
But it
upgrading it, so
provides-
that's that chance for a triumph.
Right. So they are very potent flowers. It's just, they are rare.
And because of that rarity. Ah, that makes sense. That sucks.
Well, thank you so much for your information. I Kyaye wants to tip her, but she's in her pockets, I don't have anything.
Wait, hang on. I got this. So Avari is going to very, very quickly just ice sculpt a small flower to pass to her to give as a tip.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
No, you go on.
No, you.
While these two are, I guess, fawning over this old woman, Tarim will get a little bit cozier. I don't know if he's at the threshold of the door, he steps into the room or something. He just gets closer, but without
Ladies.
intimidating her. And he says, "No, I want to talk to you more about this flower. You say the price is incalculable. That is fine. My price
Gillamon,
is
they're
not."
gonna be for me. They're gonna be for me. We're not gonna have any
He
extra.
he hands you up. He says, "Shush, shush, shush. We will get enough for everyone. The price that I ask for is not money. I look around. I see your herbs. Can you do something that, how do
Can
you
you get
say,
the stick out of his butt?
causes harm? I bring you the flower that brings life. You give me something that brings death."
Oh my god, what is wrong
like
with
that.
you?
Do you have anything?
Kyaye
Do you
says
have
that
anything
out loud. Kyaye says that out loud. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I take a step back.
He okay. Do you have anything that will just immobilize?
Okay, that'll fine. Backs off.
She pauses for a second and says, "Yes, if mixed together, I could make a coating that, when applied to either blades or any type of arrow or bolt, should paralyze the target."
Yes.
Yeah, we typically use it for when we have to perform long medical treatment on someone who's severely injured. But I suppose it would work for other purposes.
For a second, I thought you were gonna talk about doggy surgeries.
No, almost there, not quite there. Almost. But
Okay.
it's powerful enough that it could paralyze even something as large. And she looks out the window as a rhino elephant.
So I assume our boys are not boys, but our team's back together.
Yeah, at this point they've caught up. So you can continue on with your scene, but if they would like to jump in, they're more than welcome to.
Someone should stop Gillamon from murdering everybody.
I mean,
If I bring you some of this tiger flower, can you give me the means to create this this poison?
saying I'm taking at least like 10 with me.
She says, yes, that would certainly be a fair trade. I would, of course, but if you were able to procure some for me, that would be greatly beneficial to the members of this village.
Life or death. Okay.
Well, not death, just incapacitation.
He winks.
Kyaye groans like, oh my god, this guy.
His eyes narrow, and she just like does not trust him.
Right,
Let us go.
Who are you looking to kill, Gilamon? She kind of bats her eyes at him. Like, what's your obsession with death?
You will not be so loose with your words when I use this to save your life.
Just keep me on your good side.
I'm watching you.
And he walks back to the wagon.
Do we get the name of this woman, by the way? I don't know if we got her name.
Her name. Oh, sorry.
Well, no, I was going to say when everyone else walks back to the wagon, I'm going to linger. If that's okay, and I was going to introduce myself and hopefully get a name.
Yep, she introduces herself as Gertrude.
Oh, Gertrude, Gertie. Can I call you Gertie?
She kind of looks at you and says,
Can I call you Trudy?
You can call me Gertrude, that's fine.
Hi, I'm Avari.
I'm Kyaye. I'm still there too.
I'm from the Northern Water Tribe, and we do a lot of healing there too. And I was wondering if you had any advice.
Aww.
She's like rocking back and forth on her heels as she asks.
At which point, you'll probably hear, because Tarim walked outside, you'll probably hear Asiya says, "Where are the other two?"
Gertrude or Trudy, or Gertie, depending on who you're asking, looks back at you and responds, my best advice is to take time with whomever you are healing and find out what truly ails them, not just the surface wounds. And just remember that people are oftentimes ashamed of how they're hurt, so be understanding with them.
Do you think... I'm sorry.
I would just say that's so beautiful.
Do you think... And she's going to get like kind of quiet and embarrassed. The Fire Nation are people too, right?
Yes, of course they are. They are flawed people, but there is no people that is perfect.
Okay.
Kyaye doesn't know what to say. She's like, but like, be careful around them.
I'm going to smile. Oh, sorry.
She's gonna get a grimace like, they're people, but...
And then remembers the firebender in the party.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't count, though. You don't count.
I think she counts even more.
You only half count as a firebender.
Only half has a firebender. I can now reshoot lightning at 27. Fuck you.
No, not as, like, I just mean like as Fire Nation. Like,
I know, but I just
hate you a little bit.
I just took what you said in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, are you in the shop now? Are you hearing us talk?
No, I'm not. I'm outside asking where they are.
Oh god.
I'm gonna say thank you and leave like a little, like, I know it's gonna melt, but she's stupid. Okay, leave like a little snowflake sculpture as like a thank you, and a band-aid.
Is it a Hello Kitty band-aid?
This band-aid has a seal pup on it, and it looks like some hand-drawn waves behind it.
It's the it's part of the Cabrio brand. Thank you very much. With it's Hello Cabbage.
Hello, cabbage.
Yeah.
It's
If
a
I remember,
Gudetama!
yeah, and if I remember correctly, dropping a band-aid is your signature calling card.
That might be first seen as a threat, though. I don't know.
Well, no, that's why she left a sculpture too. It's like, if you ever need anything, you have a friend from the Northern Water Tribe.
Okay.
Gertrude mutters her thanks, and with it goes back rummaging through her shop again, trying to find herbs.
Okay, bye, Trudy.
She just kind of sighs.
This kid. Kyaye bows and walks away.
She was really nice.
She was. She's the best.
I know. We're gonna find your flower because she told us where it is.
Kyaye sort of leans into Avari before we get back outside, so out of earshot of Guillemon, be like, "I'm taking all of the flowers for myself."
Do it. I'll help.
You're trying to hide from the one person with the best perception.
That's okay. I'm going to show her how my bag has another compartment in it where we can hide stuff. Because that's where in the past Avari has hidden snackies.
Hey guys!
We're back!
Asiya says this. Well, you took your time. I suppose you haven't spoken to the shaman about the mother yet.
Nope.
I'm gonna just real quick poke my head back inside the hut. Hey Trudy, you're not the shaman too, are you?
Trudy looks at you and says, "I prefer the term spiritual leader, but yes, in fact, I am."
I'm just gonna walk back in and leave Guillemon outside because fuck him.
So much hate.
So much.
He's a bully. Bullying
You're-
will not be tolerated.
And you're a naive
He
child.
eats his cabbage.
You should have heard what he said in there. He's trying to kill us all.
What do we need to ask the shaman? I forgot.
Asiya raises an eyebrow, then looks to Tarim and says, and then looks back to Kyaye, says I'm not absolutely sure that's true. If he was trying to kill us, I'm pretty sure he would have killed me by now. And she will jump out of the cart.
Certainly be dead.
She jumps out of the cart and says, "See, he's not the type to plot." And
he is plotting. He is plotting something. I heard it with my own earballs.
Did you say my own earballs?
I love you. Oh my god.
He's jumping out of the cart and walking towards the herbalist, as the herbalist is also the shaman.
Fine.
Tarim will sit in the cart, keeping the engine idling.
Yeah, Grandpa. Listen to your soft rock and leave us alone.
Boomer.
Bubbles still has some lettuce in his teeth, and you can hear him moshing down on his teeth at the remaining lettuce that's stuck.
See a toothpick.
What do we need to ask the shaman?
Kyaye really doesn't care at this point. She's got all the information she needs. I think some people were interested in knowing more about the mother spirit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kyaye just wants to go toward the mountain again and find all these flowers. So she's kind of antsy, should I go? Should I wait? Oh.
Are we going to be stopping back by Trudy's place?
What do you mean?
Are we delivering any of these flowers to her?
I'm keeping them all for myself.
Well,
but as far as
good luck with that, considering the one guy with survival is the one guy that also wants to give her flowers.
Okay, wink.
You know what? Okay, so I know that she's also the shaman. I'm just gonna keep that information to myself and walk back out.
Okay.
Oh, so you're not
okay.
sharing with the rest of the party that she's the shaman?
No.
Oh, saucy.
All right. Well, I guess when you're back out, Asiya says, "I don't suppose you've spoken to the shaman yet."
You know, I didn't really think to. Do you want to come in with me and we can ask? Maybe Trudy knows where the shaman is.
I facepalm so hard.
Oh.
Do you want to come in with me?
Karru
She's
will
really busy though, so I don't know.
Karru will pipe up from the carriage and say, "I think we should just continue moving. The Fire
idea.
Nation's gonna attack soon. I mean, they have a fort right near the village."
These people do not seem to be afraid of the Fire Nation. It is because they believe in this mother.
Yes.
I mean, I believe in my mom too, but like.
My mom's a grouch.
Karru just doesn't say anything at the talk of moms.
Oh, awkward.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy.
Ouch.
This says as well. I do agree that we should keep moving. Oh.
But we can come back and say hi, right?
We will be coming back. Or
You know what? I'm gonna check the supplies of the Fire Nation. Do they have a map of the area?
So they have a map of the town area that you initially started in, but it only goes up as far as the mountain range that you just crossed. So it doesn't. It's much more of a local tactical map than it is of a larger geographical map, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's useless.
Are heading south generally, right?
Generally, yes. You are heading south.
Okay.
That's the general direction that y'all have been taking.
But it sounds like we need to double back.
Well,
Not necessarily.
Asiya doesn't know
No?
that. We just need to go towards realistically, we just need to go towards the next mountain and hope.
Yeah. I mean, like, Kyaye is like, oh, she specifically said the mountain range on the north side of the city, but like we were just there and the Fire Nation was there, and like probably not the safest to like double back where we just were because we don't want any run-ins. So I think like Kyaye's gonna like cross her fingers, hope for the best, and then like be like, well, I'm headed to the next mountaintop. Don't know about you guys, but
Okay, so we're keeping our eyes peeled as we move on.
I would like to proffer a solution to your problem. This is a quiet place. There is no evidence of Fire Nation attack. I do not think that they have to worry about being overrun or occupied.
oh, do you believe in the Mother Spirit too, then?
I believe that this valley offers little in terms of resource to the Fire Nation.
They have
These
cabbages.
people are
They
quiet.
have Gertie.
This valley is small. If we stay here tonight, I can be back before morning with your flower.
Oh, hell
and
no.
many more.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
We know that they are on to the mountains behind us. If I go alone, I can avoid any
Nope.
skirmishes.
If you go
Nope.
alone, how can we trust you'll come back?
There's absolutely no way Kyaye is gonna let him go by himself to find these
At
flowers.
Avari's question, he just kind of shrugs his shoulders. You did not know me 4 days ago. Okay, you know?
Yeah, it was
Who
better
cares?
times.
Asiya just
Karru will look at Kyaye and say, do you really want this flower?
Yep. I need it. It's life or death.
Alright. I'll take you because I'm used to evading the Fire Nation. Probably better than the rest of you, and he kind of looks at the rest of the party.
Kyaye's like looks at Karru like a little skepticism. He's like, "You just have a panic attack yesterday. Like, are you sure you want to come assist me?" Assuming that you mean like away from Asiya. Like, she's just like, are you sure you're okay to do that? You didn't seem like you like handled that okay like last time.
I'll be fine.
No better way to heal than to face your traumas head on.
Yeah,
I thought
I
you
did
were a
not.
waterbender, not an earthbender.
Who?
You.
That
I
was
am.
it was a joke.
I don't understand.
Karu
In the
face
se-
palms.
I got it. Kyaye
I mean,
takes like
I get it.
a little pebble and just like earth bends it and like kind of flicks it towards her forehead.
Oh,
Like that. Like that.
okay.
It's not a good idea to split up again. If we
Well,
are,
I mean,
if we
That is
are,
why some of us will camp here and wait for the
camp.
others to come back.
Did we just
Is
say
there?
it's not a good idea? And then you're like, that's why we should split up. That doesn't make any sense, Gil.
yeah,
That doesn't make any sense. You're
That's-
just like, we should not split up, but I should split up. Mm-mm. Nope.
I mean,
It's
he's
not okay
clearly
when
the
any of
exception
you
to
do it.
every
It's only
rule.
okay when I do it.
Stop gaslighting us.
Yeah.
Stop gaslighting us. Oh my god.
Double standard.
Like, as far as Kyaye is concerned, like, she's going regardless, whether the whole party comes or only Karru comes or only Guillemon comes. She doesn't want Guillemon because she doesn't trust him at all. But like, regardless of who's going, Kyaye's going.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
herbalist has something that I want, and I can provide her something that she needs.
Well, he did
But
promise
I
would.
need it more than she needs it. So
Asiya snaps her fingers as everyone's arguing with each other and says, "Stop it, all of you." We? No, I'm not hearing it.
she's the mom of the group.
We
Someone's got to be.
will make our way to the base of the mountain with the cart.
Hmm.
Afterwards, we will all go together as, even if, because as five people avoiding the Fire Nation is not that difficult. But
Oh
if
my
you
God,
are
what
to
is
run
that
into
sound?
trouble, it will be difficult for you to get away. I do not think they will be at the top of the mountain.
Okay.
Their checkpoint was only on one of the roads. We can use the mountain path that you used last time to get as far up as possible.
So wait, was she saying that we should go to the base of the mountain and then camp out and then in the morning go? Is that what she said? I didn't catch all that.
Effectively.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense that you can find flowers better when there's light.
Yes. No disagreement there.
Depends on if
However,
we get to the base of the mountain.
like I think in the back of Kyaye's mind, she's like, well, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight because I gotta keep an eye on like Guillemon.
The firebender speaks a good plan.
She has a name.
I don't actually. Wait, hold on. We haven't seen you do firebending, just lightning bending, right?
Yeah, just lightning.
She
bending.
told us she's of the
But she said
Nation.
no. I didn't say I
She
was
said
of the
she
Fire
said it was
Nation.
a form of firebending.
Yeah, she said that it's a form of firebending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I still
She
maintain
speaks
that
a
she
good
has a
plan.
name, and you should use it.
Asiya doesn't actually seem to care.
Of course not.
Kyaye like almost wants to go up to Asiya and be like, so like me and you, like we can just go up the mountain together, and you can light the way, and we like won't tell anyone else.
Okay.
Undercover ops.
For the sake of my character's mental well-being, I ask that you please do not.
Do not what?
Do not.
Just do not.
Just do
Just
not.
don't. Just don't.
Don't. Whatever you're gonna do, don't.
But yeah.
Ooh, I have an idea, but for later.
Damn it. I need to make a "That's rough, buddy" emote for my fucking Twitch stream.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were streaming for a second.
All right. So yeah, let's make
So
our
you
way
laid
to
out
the.
the plan. I'm down with that plan. I'm not gonna. I don't have anything
Yeah.
else to contribute to the scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nor I. But she, like, as I
Mhm.
said, Kyaye is like very suspect of Gillamon still,
Mhm.
and probably won't sleep tonight.
You should sleep. It's good for you.
Mm.
Her fails the resilience
So wait, are
check,
we
falls
going?
asleep
Are we
anyways.
doubling back? We're doubling back to where we came from. Then is that what we said?
Yeah.
Okay. I had nothing to add.
I know I
either.
should have
So
bought the
where
climber
are we?
gear.
Are we camping, or is there like an inn or something?
Can we stay with Gertie?
I
You
think
can
she would
ask.
kill us.
You can ask, but we stole all the Fire Nation supplies, which included their tents.
Right, but if we could maybe stay somewhere that has a hot bath.
At which point Asiya says, "If you want a hot bath, I can make one for you."
I mean, to be fair, I now have phase shift, so I can actually make water hot too.
Ooh, fancy.
Hot bath on demand.
I can make a tub, a rock tub.
Yo,
Hot spring spa is right here.
let's do it. Let's have a hot.
Ooh, we can do a hot stone massages and stuff.
Yes, I think we've
Spa
earned
night.
it.
All right. Let's get moving.
You kids would never survive in the desert.
Well, good thing we're not
Why
in the
would
desert.
we want to?
I
Oh,
like water.
when the next arc after this flower arc is the travel through the desert arc, you're all gonna regret that.
But yeah, but if
Kyaye can
is
just,
very
if we're going,
empathetic.
Kyaye will just stay home in Omashu. You guys can go off to the desert. I'll just go home to
So
Omashu.
we could have a side story.
Amashu is a desert if you haven't realized. Most
It's
of the
not
Earth Kingdom
all
is a
of the
desert. Most of the Earth Kingdom is a desert.
Wait. If we're 50 years into the 100-year war,
Yes.
and you're from Omash,
Yep.
yo,
It is
we
exactly
have to
what
do
you thought.
Omashu.
You got it. You
What?
want to meet the king, don't you? You want to meet the king,
I
don't
want to
you?
be Boomy.
Oh,
I mean, I don't
and
know
it's
Boomy, but
young Boomy too. I just realized
Well,
that. Like,
Yeah,
I
he would-
bet
he's only 60.
fine.
he's like 60-year-old Boomy, so
Yeah.
old
He's in
but
his
old but
prime.
young. Old but young.
I mean, I don't know him, but you know, like, he's there.
Oh, wait. This also. Oh.
So wait, are we actually having a conversation about how I'm a Ushi? No.
Well, Asiya is getting back on the cart and gesturing for everyone to get on so that we can just go to the base of the mountain and camp out.
Okay.
Fine, then I'm just going
So
to
we're on.
trudge onto the back of the cart.
Bubbles looks very happy that you are all like coming back together as a family.
Oh, Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Him's a good boy.
God, I'm never living down Bubbles, am I?
No, you're not. Bubbles is baby.
All right.
All right, so
We're on the cart.
you're on the cart. It sounds like you're heading out of town, doubling back.
Mm-hmm.
So you make it to the base of the mountains just fine. are you planning on camping out there tonight, or are you going to try to ascend a little bit and then camp out?
Roughly
I think
how late
camping at
is
the
it?
base is
Yeah, how late is it right now?
At this point, it's mid-afternoon, so you still have a few hours of daylight left.
Oh.
In that case, we should probably grab the stuff and make our way up first. And
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
I
find a
agree.
nice stopping place midpoint.
That
Yeah.
way too, if like
travel as much as possible.
if we happen, like if you know the Mother Spirit doesn't happen to protect this town, we're out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
good
into
point.
I mean,
I would
we're using a
assume
mountain
where
trail,
where
so
we're
we're
I
so
would
we're
assume where we're headed though is like up. What? Correct me if I'm wrong, Melon Lord, but I'm assuming like us ascending the mountain is not necessarily like towards another city or along a path, but just ascending up. But maybe I'm wrong.
So you have to be on some type of path for the cart to go through.
Right. I don't really care about the cart, so for me it's
The
like
question is, what do you want to do with Bubbles?
Well, can we
Because-
tie
Kyaye
Bubbles?
does not care.
Can we leave the cart like somewhere in town? Is there a stable? Is there somewhere that we can board him for like the night?
Rhino daycare.
You could ask your good friend Trudy.
Well, I was getting more at somewhere that's actually experienced in animal handling.
Hey Tarim, how about you stay in town and you can watch Bubbles?
That's a good idea.
We will.
You will not find anything without me.
He's not wrong. Asiya says is we will once we start our true ascent, we'll have to tie Bubbles off at a point.
Okay, as long as you promise we'll come back for him.
I mean, I intend
Promise.
to. I intend to come back. If
Say the words.
You can stay with him if you want.
No, because I promised I'd help you.
At which point Asiya says, "As child, we intend to come back. We will come back, provided we are not captured."
Lady, I am not hearing the words "I promise."
Because I will not promise, because I cannot guarantee.
At this point, Avari is going to hold out her pinky and go, well, then at least shake on it.
You're so cute.
Asiya takes Avari's pinky and says, "We will do our best to get Bubbles back."
Crosses don't count. Crosses don't count.
Did she cross her fingers?
Asiya is shaking her head as she starts going up the mountain.
Hey, I got what I needed. We good.
Did you? I can always just firebend you off the mountain.
But why? I've been
That
like your
escalated
biggest
quickly.
advocate.
This escalated quickly.
Really, everyone's trying to fucking kill us now. Very hostile party.
Well, we don't trust each other.
Yeah, to be fair,
I
we're all
think it
kind of a
works.
bunch
It
of
makes
assholes in our own way.
Yeah, the only person Kyaye really likes is Avari because she's so cute.
Oh, jippers.
I mean, as far as all of you seeing, like in character, Ozzy has been fairly calm, collected, and we trying to figure out what needs to happen to get things done.
Yeah, but you're also a firebender, and that gives me still a little bit of pause, even though like you're warming to me a little. But this guy.
Nice little firebending joke, warming to him.
Butt it up, bum bum.
And with that, Avari left the campaign.
Oh, there's gonna be plenty more puns where that comes from.
I love it.
Oh man. All right, but let's go up the mountain.
Flamio, Hotman.
Oh god.
Flamio.
And we are bringing bubbles in the cart, or did we leave them behind? What was the
We're gonna tie them off at the base of the mountain where we can.
at the base? Okay, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were taking him part way up, but okay.
Yeah,
that's
no,
fine.
that's what I thought too. That we're taking him part way up and then tying him off.
Well, we're gonna take him up as far as we can go.
We can go.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I understood.
Hopefully
Yeah, because
no.
if we don't have to carry our supplies, I mean, that's the whole point of having the cart.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I'm just saying, like, we're climbing a mountain. Tarim feels pretty confident that he is going to be able to scale a mountain by himself.
I mean, he's no earthbender.
I know.
Oh, wait!
Be an earthbender.
Do you have the ability to make an earth elevator yet?
Can't you just make a path?
I don't think.
For the cart?
Yes!
Yeah, I suppose you could.
There's nothing that would stop you.
But
Do you have earth sculpture yet?
I have earth structure. I just got that.
So if you can make a path.
But here's the thing. Kyaye doesn't care. Kyaye's like, I want to get to the top of the mountain. And like, Avari can come too. But as far as like, no offense,
Avari's
Bubbles,
gonna make the puppy dog eyes.
and the rest of you are concerned, she's like, do I really want to like, because it's going to cost her strain, right? Like, just like, do I really want to like pave a way up this entire mountain just so we can keep Bubbles with us when like she's not sure if she can trust Gillamon to be coming with, because she's like, I could just peel away from the rest of them and like go up there by myself and then like come down and be like, all right, I got it.
Totally above the table. She could also ditch us while we're camping and make a small path for herself.
That's sort of what she's feeling right now. She's like, oh yeah, we'll totally go up together. But as soon as you go camping, like she's like, okay, well you're gonna need me to get to the top of this mountain because none of you can earthbend.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna go and do it myself, which will cost a lot less strain than having to do it for 5 people and a fucking rhino.
You assume that your stealth is better than my vigilance.
I mean,
I have some stealth.
At the end of the day, it's your character, it's your decision. So it is up to you.
It is up to you. But
stealth.
yeah,
I have 1 in stealth. I have a 1 in stealth, and
Oh,
my agility is 3.
Yeah, I don't think I'm much better off.
My stealth. What am I? I've got.
I will say it would
yellow
probably be
two-
pretty obvious for you to tell that running away from Karru will not make him happy.
But like, I'm not Asiya.
You're not Asiya, but he
Also,
evidently
like,
has
abandonment issues
abandonment
Here's the thing.
issues.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. As far as Kyaye is concerned, she's like, all right, everyone else here except for Gillamon is like kind of here for the ride, right? Like, like Kyaye is very invested in this flower. Gillamon is very invested in this flower, and the rest of you are like, well, I guess we'll just come. So she's like not thinking about like, she's not thinking about abandoning Karru or even like thinking that you'll care if she sneaks off in the middle of the night. The only person she thinks is gonna like get upset is Gillamon.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like he's the one that she kind of has to combat with. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's
above the
her
table,
biggest-
sort of where her head's at.
I do want to note that Kyaye is trying to find as much flour as she can for herself and only herself, and Gillamon is trying to find as much as he can to share with Kyaye and the herbalist.
She does not believe that.
No, that's fair.
And two, it's an extremely rare flower. So like, she's like, I want to gather as much as I can to have the highest success of being able to help my grandfather. And like, you're like, oh, I'll share, and like that. If that means you're like, but it's like, she doesn't believe you're gonna find enough to share, right? It's like extremely rare flower. Like, let's say you only find 3 flowers, right? It's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, just
I
because
need
you
those
say
3
you have
flowers.
good intentions doesn't mean that other people are going to believe them.
And it's like, there's gonna be a resource thing if it's super rare. Like, I don't know how much we're gonna find up there.
All right, well, let's camp out for the night. What's our watch order? Because there's always a watch
I'll
order.
go first.
I'll go first.
Oh, never mind. I'll go second.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll go
Well,
last.
do we all need to take turns watching, or can only some of Can I watch with? Is what I'm asking.
You can watch with me.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the last watch.
Okay.
I will sleep through the night. I
That's
need my
right.
rest.
You do that. You
You
do
need
that,
your
buddy.
beauty sleep. All of it.
All right. So nothing eventful happens while on watch. Above the table, if you have any strain, you recover it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you all got a full night's sleep.
Okay.
It is dawn the next morning. There are
whoa, wait.
Wait, we want to talk and shit.
I want to
okay,
sneak
sorry,
off in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Yeah, that way I can keep watch while she sneaks off and I don't know where she went. I'm gonna cover.
Potty. She went potty. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm going to cover for her. Yeah, I'm gonna cover for Kiki while she runs off and does what she needs to do.
Okay.
I got you, boo.
So my thought, narratively, sort of how this goes, everyone's trying to fall asleep, but Kyaye's not gonna run off right away, right? She's gonna kind of wait for people to wind down, have their defenses drop, and as she's doing that, she's sort of chatting with Avari. Maybe this is when she kind of opens up to Avari about why she needs the flower. My grandpa pretty much raised me. He got really sick, and so that's why I left home.
Oh.
I need this flower so he can get better.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
And I need as much of it as I can find. I don't want to take any chances.
Do you think I could meet your grandfather? Maybe I could help.
I would love that, and I think he'd really like it too.
Okay.
My parents were both really uptight, but my grandfather is kind of wild in spirit.
I know all about uptight parents. Let me tell you, I get it. I got you.
Okay, well,
my mom's mean.
Here's my plan.
Yeah.
I think they're all beginning to doze off.
I think so too.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sneak up.
Do it.
She realizes I'm realizing now I don't have any fucking torches, which
well, I was about to give you at least well, no, I can't give you a torch, but I was going to give you some jerky and a pastry.
In terms of the moon cycle, this will help you. The last couple nights were a full moon, but tonight's a waxing gibbous, so you have a bright moon.
Okay, cool.
It'll still be difficult for you to navigate, certainly without a torch, but you can still see in front of you a little ways.
How long do we think it's gonna take to kind of get towards the top of this mountain? Is this something conceivably I could do overnight? Is go there, make my way back, or is it I'm getting a head start by leaving in the middle of the night, ahead of the rest of the gang?
See here, you're going right after nighttime. Sorry, I'm just checking my chart that I had for y'all. Short answer is it's going to depend on how long it takes you to find the flowers. If you're successful in finding them above the table in 1 or 2 checks, you can probably go up the mountain and come back down within about 8 hours. So by the time everyone wakes up, if it takes you more than 2 checks, then in terms of the time that it'll take, you wouldn't be able to get back before dawn.
Okay, that's fine. I just kind of wanted to know either way. Cool. I'm gonna fucking sneak off. Trying to be as stealthy as I can with my rank 1 stealth.
You got this.
Cover for me.
I got you. Hurry back, okay?
Okay. All right, so Kyaye kind of tiptoes out of the campsite, making special care not to wake anyone.
And what is everyone else doing while this is happening? Is everyone I think you were talking about how they were all starting to wind down for the night and fall asleep.
Yeah,
But-
she would have waited a little bit for everyone to have hopefully fallen asleep, whether or not people actually weren't. But Gillamon did say he was going to get a very well rested night of sleep, so she's banking on that.
Yeah, Tarim is asleep.
Yeah, Asiya
okay.
is probably sleeping against the cliff mountain wall, in a sitting up position.
Karru would be practicing waterbending, but he'd be too focused on practicing that he wouldn't notice, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm going to work on some sculptures overnight.
All right, so Kyaye, it's you and me hanging out for a little bit then.
Heyo.
Heyo. Okay, so after several hours, you begin to reach towards the top of one of the mountains that you just came back down from just the day before. You're looking for the flowers, I know, so I want to give you the option here. You can either make a hard knowledge nature check, or you can make an average survival check to try to find these flowers.
Shit.
And you will take a setback dice to either roll, just because it is so dark even with the moon.
You said nature or survival?
Yep, either one.
I guess I'll do survival since it's slightly better. All right, so that, and then it's average. How many purples is that again?
2.
Two
Okay.
purples with.
Guys, I'll be right back, okay, while this is going on.
No problem.
Okay.
Copy.
And you also have a decent number of story points available to you.
Oh, Lord did give me a.
You might wanna flip just to try to get a better chance.
Yeah, hold on. 2 purples. All right, so if I flip a story point, what will that get me?
No, it'll change
right now I have
greens to a yellow.
I have one of my greens to a yellow.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'll flip a story point for that. All right. Do you want me to do that? Do you want to do that?
I can do that for you.
Okay, cool. All right, so I just want to double check this is right. Survival, so that means I have 1 green, 1 yellow, 2 purple, and you said a setback as well?
Correct.
Okay. I'm so nervous. Ah! Well, I failed, but I didn't fail miserably.
Yep. I'm going to say with that one threat, you take a point of strain as you end up bumping your head into some trees. That's part of your search.
Ow! Damn it! It's fine. I need to find it. She's not letting it get to her, but yeah. Lead the way, Melon Lord. I don't know.
Yeah, so in game, kind of above the table slightly, you can get 2 rolls and then make it back down in time before dawn strikes.
Okay.
After that, if you want to stay up there while everyone else is awake, just let me know, and then we'll role play that out accordingly once they discover you're missing from camp.
I'm just checking my see if there's any. No, I was like, I don't have any talents that can help me here at all. So are we just gonna continue to roll? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay,
You can
cool.
do another roll.
Same thing.
Yeah. Same difficulty. Yep.
But no story point this time to upgrade.
Unless you decide to do that, I'll leave that up to you.
Oh, God, that would be such a dick if I took all our story points just like. Five with a setback. 2 perps. I'm gonna flip one more. Sorry, guys.
Okay, I'll mark that down.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, but it's really important. No!
Dang,
the dice said no.
The dice really said no, and look at that, even more threat this time.
They're
Yeah.
like, stop it. stop it, girl. And I'm like, no, I will not stop it.
So I will say, while you've been going through the mountaintops and searching through trees and the small floor that's on the ground, you've managed to whack yourself in the eye.
Oh,
So
no.
it stings a little bit. You're going to take a setback dice to your next roll that you do, as your eye's still kind of smarting, making it difficult to do things.
So 2 setbacks.
Well, 1 to the next roll that you do, but if you were to try to search again, then yes, it would be 2 setback.
So what would be my option if I weren't to search again? Do I have any options?
You can continue searching, but you definitely won't make it back down in time before the
Oh,
rest
okay,
of the party wakes up.
I thought you said I had 1 more roll, but I only have that was it.
That was
you
the
get-
second roll.
That was
I
the
thought you
second
said
roll.
3. Okay. Shit. I think she's gonna stay there.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. She's already made her way up. Good luck, the rest of you try to get the way up without the earth bending. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like you didn't. It's not like you unmade the paths.
Yeah, if anything, you made it very easy for us to follow you. We know exactly where you are.
Can I flip the story point to say she covered her tracks? I'm just kidding.
To say, you're making the GM very happy with all these story points he now will have.
Yeah, especially when that group of firebenders comes up the trail.
Uh-oh.
This is called a foolish errand, I guess. So
A
like
fool's errand.
fool's errand. Well, I'd be the fool here, I guess.
It's open to interpretation.
Okay.
I mean, I thought it was very brave.
Thanks, Bay.
So if you decide to stand on top of the mountain, and this is above the table for a second, you'll get 2 more rolls. Once the second roll is done, though, the party will have caught up to you.
Okay.
I would argue for her getting 3 rolls before the party catches up, because Karru will say, assuming Avari covers her, it will completely believe Avari and say, no, she said she's coming back. She's coming back.
She just had to go potty.
Yeah, she just told me she had
that's
number 2. I don't know.
That is Karru's
That's Karru,
naivety. I think Tarim knows way better.
But he'll like give you a death glare if you try to go
Let's
up.
just wait.
Yeah, I'm sure she's coming back.
Any
minute now.
Somebody, okay? We need to wait. We need to be patient.
We don't want to leave her, abandon her there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to wait and see what the deception check against Asiya's vigilance is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do we want to switch to that sort of scene?
Yeah, let's switch over to that scene, and then we'll see how that role plays out, and then we'll go back to you with your roles.
Okay.
Okay, so what's going on?
So what had been
Kyaye did not buy the flower.
We wake up and Kyaye's gone.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, she's just getting ready.
Asiya would be the one on watch and would realize that. And because while on watch, would realize that Kyaye's been gone for a long time on her watch. But she wouldn't wake anyone up just in case it was she's just doing something and she'll come back. But after like a few hours, it's quite obvious that she's gone somewhere, and will when Avari wakes back up, she'll be standing over Avari and say, "Where's Kyaye?"
Pooping?
And how long ago did she go to the bathroom?
I mean, that's a very personal. That's a personal question. I don't know. A while, I guess.
Was it during your watch?
How else would I know she's pooping?
Well, then she hasn't come back during my watch, which means that you're lying.
Do you think she pooped herself to death?
If she had dysentery, we should all be worried. That being said, is
Scary.
where did Kyaye go?
Oh, she took off, and I just said that I would wait for her. And a good friend waits, and I waited, and then you took over the watch, so I went to bed, and here we are. Good morning.
Which direction did she go? Up or down the
I don't
mountain?
know. It's dark.
Up or down the mountain?
Yes, which way? No, Avari genuinely doesn't know because she just kind of was off doing her own thing. You're going to see around.
Plausible deniability.
Well, yeah, because you're going to see like around her bedroll and stuff, melted puddles that were ice sculptures that she was practicing. So like she
Dream is finished,
genuinely just like did not look at where she was going. I don't know, maybe up? Because like why would we go back down? Do you think she missed Bubbles?
Bubbles is with us.
Well, then I have no idea.
Dream finishes putting his outfit together for the day.
Ooh, outfit of the day.
Yeah,
Ooh.
his oot D. Asiya, and he says your name with like
like he
he's
wants
chewing
to.
on it.
Yeah.
Asiya.
I believe that she may have gone up the mountain to look for the flower. Alone. Like a fool.
You're a fool. Just
Like a
sticking
fool's
out.
errand.
Kiki, you're not here.
Asiya shakes her head, says this. Alright, well then let's get moving. Let's just hope that she does not find trouble. Who knows what wild beasts are on the mountain, or be worse, firebenders. That are not
Or
me.
worse, expelled.
I am not one to
Wrong roleplay.
I am not one to try to complicate things, but I can make ground quicker if I go alone.
Oh.
I say this in the interest of finding Kyaye swiftly before the Fire Nation couldn't find her first.
Alright, go up. We'll follow you.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do once you find her, huh?
I will help her.
At which point, Asiya looks at Avari and what are you going to do if she's dead?
Make a lovely shrine.
Morbid.
Asiya looks at
I
Tarim.
think this would be the point that Karru would kind of walk over and realize everybody's arguing and Kyaye is nowhere to be found. And he'll just kind of walk up and say, "Wait, what? What happened? What's going on?"
We suspect that Kyaye went up the mountain alone during our watch.
No, she wouldn't leave. I trust her.
Oh my sweet summer child.
Her and Avari helped me when we were on the mountain.
We sure did.
No,
And he kinda-
she just went to like go, do things that ladies don't do.
See that reason, and Karru just doesn't really understand what you're trying to use as an excuse. Be like,
Asiya puts her hand on Karru's shoulder and says, well, if you believe her, then I'll trust your judgment, but we must take precaution, as if firebenders
Yeah, listen to the woman who lied to you your entire life. I should point out that Avari is not a morning person.
You really test the discipline of this woman, don't you?
Yeah.
Asiya ignores it, looks at Tarim and says, start your way up the mountain, we'll follow after.
Karru, I have seen you to be a very capable young man. I trust your judgment, and I trust your ability to defend this camp. If something happened to Kyaye, we don't know that she's Kiki, would you not want us to find her sooner rather than later?
well, yeah, but if she's doing something that, like, she's supposed to be alone for, then we should just leave her alone for a bit.
Karru, Avari went to bed 4 hours ago, and that is when Kyaye disappeared. That is a long time to be gone in the mountains alone at night.
To be fair, I didn't think she would take this long doing that thing that girls clearly don't do, like, ever.
Which point Asiya looks to Avari and says, "You're not adding anything to this conversation. You're just restating everything over again."
Yeah, but
quiet.
Karru didn't hear it.
That's because it was unimportant. Now, we will continue with our plan of action.
Oh, she stopped.
Karru, Asiya, Avari, I can find her. I will lead a trail for you to follow.
I'm going to look up. No, up. We're about the same. No, yeah, up at Gilamon and hold up the same pinky and go, "You're not going to hurt her, right?"
You behind his shawl, his
Mhm.
what do I call shufa?
Mhm.
You just see his eyes go from being like a hardened squint to a more like warm and open roundness. Why would
Aw.
I hurt? Why would I hurt her?
Just tell me you won't.
I will not hurt her. I will see that she is not brought to any harm.
You shake on it.
Mm.
The pinky is still presented.
He tepidly sticks out his pinky.
She grips it in hers and does one shake and breaks.
It is settled then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asiya will continue cleaning up the camp so that before they follow after.
Okay.
Wait, did we have breakfast?
Tarim leaves without. He grabs a ration from the cart and leaves.
Okay. Does that affect us if we don't eat in game?
If it over a long enough period of time, I'd start having you make resilience checks, but it hasn't been that long yet.
Understood.
Genesis is nice because nothing matters until the DM says it matters.
Yeah.
Right. If it was like, well, it's been 3 days, we haven't eaten, then yeah, you'd definitely be rolling some resilience checks.
Yeah. There's
Okay, but just like a later meal isn't going to affect anything.
And the funny
No,
thing
not at all.
is usually it's players that are self-inflicting because they'll say something and remind the GM of something.
Oh, okay. So otherwise we can just assume business as usual.
Yeah,
Correct.
assumed competence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna learn this system, I promise.
Oh, you're learning it.
All right, so it sounds like Tarim's getting a head start.
So that means like I've got 2 rolls before Tarim catches up and 1 roll before the rest of the party. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, so he will catch up to you at the end of your second roll, and then the party will follow the roll thereafter, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Should we go back to me or?
Let's flip back to you for a second to see, and then if depending on how you do, either way, then you'll start interacting with Tarim.
Okay.
Mhm.
So since well, I'm not gonna tell you what I should be doing, but was I getting the first setback that I had on my previous 2 rolls because it was dark?
That is correct. So that setback is now removed.
Okay, so I only have 1 setback from the threat from the last one.
Correct.
Correct. Okay, cool. And it's still the same difficulty?
Yep, still the same difficulty.
Cool. Go to my survival with a black and 2. Yes!
It's been the yellow that's fucking you.
Right. So let me tell you how many flowers that you found.
Okay.
Okay. So you were able to find 3 flowers together.
Yes.
With your success. With the threat, you cut yourself while getting the flowers, so you'll suffer a point of strain. And just as you're gathering the flowers, you see Tarim coming closer, walking along the path that you had created.
Okay,
No, that
so
is a threat.
that is a threat. So does that mean I don't have an extra roll before he gets here, or do I still have more roll before he gets here?
So with that one threat, he'll be able to see you doing it, but he won't
Okay,
be next to you, so he won't be able to actually see whether or not you succeeded or not.
So he hasn't seen that I just got 3, so I can kind of like hide that in my backpack.
Right. Yes, you
Okay,
could.
cool. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hide my the flowers that I found in my backpack. But I think I'm gonna take a little bit of dirt around it, kind of like because I want to keep the roots nice and whatever. So I've kind of got like a little bit of dirt that I just like throw in my backpack with the flowers.
All right.
Cool. And I'm gonna do another one. So that's another survival at the bottom without a setback. So that's just 2 purples.
Yep.
Oh,
Dang.
Wow, those dice did not want you passing.
No, they
Dang.
did not.
Dang.
Okay, so with that, you definitely don't find any, but you do have an advantage. So, do you have any thoughts on how you'd like to spend it as Tarim's approaching?
Is it too much to say that like? Well, I guess we already determined that he did not see me take any of the flowers and into my backpack, right?
Correct.
Could I get like a boost on a deception check if like he asked me if I found any?
Absolutely, you can.
Cool.
Great, because awesome.
All right, so now you two are together, so I'll let that kind of role play out. So, as Tarim approaches, what do you do?
What
He
do I do?
sees
Okay,
he
sorry. Go
sees
ahead.
Kyaye, and he just kind of waves a hand at her, and Pengu kind of drops out of his shirt and runs up to Kyaye first because you fed him, right? That one time,
Yeah.
yeah. So Pengu runs up, like drops out and runs up because this is like this like dry air, thin air, like in that he likes it. He likes the rockiness of it.
You're going for
Um,
her soft spot, man. She doesn't like you, but she really likes Pengu.
and then he kind of yells as he sees Pengu closing the distance. I should have known that you went off alone. It does not surprise me, but the others are worried. Have you found what you are looking for?
Kai is kind of like gonna play it up just like a little bit, like kind of disgruntled, like, no, I didn't, kind of thing, like kind of sulking that like, oh no, I like went out off on my own and like maybe risked my safety and I didn't even come up with anything kind of thing.
And you're
Like,
bruised and cut and like
yeah. So I'm
battered
like,
looking.
right. So I'm just like looking real, I'm like really playing up this whole like poor pitiful me thing. Like I didn't even find it.
So, let's go ahead and make that a post check now for the deception check.
DM, I would argue that so my what is my vigilance, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she's rolling against my vigilance, which is 1 red and 2 purple. I would argue that she gets a boost because I'm inclined. Tarim is inclined to believe her that she found nothing. She looks like he didn't believe that she was going to make it up here and do anything on her own anyway, and so he's inclined already. He's predisposed to believe her, especially with the way she looks.
All right, I will go ahead and do that. I think that makes perfect sense to me. So she will get 2 boosts in her roll.
Is there any way this could be a charm instead of a deception?
In this case, you're outright lying to him.
Okay.
So I would still go with deception, unless you
It
try
is
to.
still.
Oh,
Go on.
sorry. Unless you're trying to like kind of charm him and like you're just trying to not answer the question.
My thought of
Use
charm
your
is sort of
feminine
like,
wiles.
it's not necessarily like I'm trying to charm him, but like trying to make him feel sorry for her, like play up on this, like, oh, I'm just a poor woman who like I should have known, like I couldn't do it without a man.
I don't know. You were lying. You can't change the scene now.
That's fine. That's fine. Deception with 2 boosts.
Yep.
So and the difficulty is set by my vigilance, which for you will be 1 red and 2 purple, since I have 1 rank in vigilance.
Whew, this is gonna be a hard one.
Hey, I tried to help you with the boost. Hey, look at that.
Okay.
That's a lot of blank dice.
Your dice did not want to succeed.
My
They really
dice,
didn't.
dice don't like me. I need to be better at lying. I'm too pure of heart.
Okay. So I think with 0 success, Tarim doesn't believe you that you haven't found something. But what's the threat here, Melon Lord?
I'm gonna say with the 1 threat, you notice that she's carrying a bag with her. And that is by her side and that you don't believe her. So that threat is kind of going to be attributing to you particularly noticing that she has a bag.
Has a bag.
Only like hurts.
Yeah. So you're paying attention to it. You don't believe her, so you think she has it. You don't see it in her hands, and she has a bag by her side.
Seeing this, you see Tarim's expression go hard, and he says, "Then we better not waste any more of our daylight. I will help you find this thing. Come." And he'll start looking. He'll either trek off, or go to another area, but he'll immediately begin applying himself to looking for these flowers.
But he's letting it go. He's letting it go. The suspicion. He's letting it go.
And while he's finding these, like while he's looking for these flowers, he will just casually say to Kyaye, "The others will know where to find us. I have left a trail."
But I'm asking you above the table. You're letting the suspicion that you have go.
Kyaye does not have an answer to that question.
Okay. Ah! I'm so nervous.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's it.
So you all have time to do 1 more roll before the rest of the party catches up with you.
1 each.
Or you could, if you wanted to help each other, you could and make a combined check, but I leave that up to you.
I'm not really sure how the combined checks work, but my survival and my nature are very weak.
It would just be an assistance, and you would give him a boost.
Yeah, you could give me a boost since my survival is 2 yellow and 1 green.
Okay, I can give you a boost.
Okay, and I'm going to flip a story point here.
Oh.
Rolls double triumph and a despair.
Oh, yeah, please.
And the reason for the story point narratively is that Kyaye has done quite a bit of looking around already. So there's a lot of things that are trampled in the area, and it's just hard to see this particular flower.
Okay. So it's 1 purple, 1 red?
That is correct.
Okay. And Kyaye's given me a little helping hand, so that's a boost. Okay. Okay.
Oh boy!
Ooh.
4
Very
success.
good.
I mean, I got 3 for a single success. Same.
So he's going to find, just the way that I did the math was 1 success was 3 flowers.
Okay.
So he will find 12 of the flowers.
Damn.
Nice.
And with those 2 threats, I'm going to bank them for.
It's a secret tool that will hurt us later.
Yes. And with it, the rest of the party has now come up on the path that was left behind by both Kyaye as well as Tarim.
After Gilmon has found 4 more
12 more flowers.
12 more, sorry. 12 more flowers. She's like very excited. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you found it." And like sort of runs up to him like, "Now give me," kind of thing.
Before
I don't
she
know
even
why
has the
I don't know why she expects that he will, but like she like wants him to.
yeah, so Tarim with these 12 flowers in hand and like knowing that they've spent their morning or afternoon or whatever all the time expecting that the party's coming back or will be soon on our trail. He looks at the foragings that he has and he takes 3 of them and hands them to Kyaye.
3? You at least have to split it 50-50.
Which point? That's probably when the party arrives and says, "What's being split 50-50?"
As they get up there and Karru sees that Kyaye was in fact looking for the flowers, he looks to Avari disappointedly and says, "I trusted you. I trusted both of you," and he gestures to Kyaye too. Looks very, very not
They
happy.
don't talk about. Like, I don't know, man.
He just looks away from Avari in disgust.
No.
So
You lied
is he
to me.
mad? Is he mad at Avari or are you mad at Kyaye?
Both.
I mean,
Well,
he's
I
a
didn't lie
teenage
to
boy. You do the math.
I didn't lie to you. I just left.
Yeah, that's why he's mad at you, and Avari lied to him, so he's mad at Avari.
At your outburst, Kyaye, Tarim will say, math is not my strong suit, and hands you 3 more.
All right.
50-50.
50-50. That's fair. That's fair. She kind of
did-
takes both.
You did help.
Oh,
It did
which
help.
one? Asiya says it. So, have you found what you're looking for?
It did. I need to get back to Amashu now. Bye.
Above the table, y'all aren't really that far from Alashu.
No.
And also,
cool.
don't you need them turned into a poultice? You can't just bring them back raw.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure like how narratively that would play out because like I was sent by like a doctor or whatever to like find this flower. So I wasn't sure if that was something that like I have to do before I get back to Amashu, or if like a doctor's gonna do, or if something like us or Avari could help with since Avari is a healer. I'm not really sure how that works. I'll let you decide, my landlord.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to nitpick. I was just genuinely confused.
Oh yeah.
Asiya sees the flowers, crosses her arms, and says, "So, why exactly did we come up here for flower picking?"
Because they're pretty. Yo,
These
Avaria's ride or die. She is not sharing your secrets.
Tarim will briefly explain to Asiya what the herbalist said, like in medicinal terms, about the flower, omitting that like he doesn't
you
see
don't
that it's an
know.
important detail for Kyaye, like because he knows that you were looking for the flower. You've mentioned it to him before, and you were
Does he
both in the
share
herbalist
what
shop
he's
talking
looking to
about
get for them?
it. He says he says and he explains the nature of the flower and then says, "I will trade this for something better."
Yeah, define something better.
Something that benefits my skill set.
As Asiya says as well, if you're planning to make a poultice out of it, you better do it soon, after flowers are picked. If the petals whittle and die before you make the poultice, it will be useless.
So like, as I said, Kyaye sort of had this idea like to kind of prolong its life. She could kind of put it in dirt and like be a little pot like in her hands or something. I don't know. They're like, Avari, here, come water it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be willing to say, can we?
Like I could make a
flip
pot
a story
out of
point to say? Can we flip a story point to say that Kyaye for her flowers, and then with the ones that she helped me find, being an earthbender, we just decided like, hey, scoop out those the whole thing, just the whole flower
with the root,
and everything.
With the root, yeah, because I had told Avari that I need it rooted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll let you flip up
Can-
the story
Actually,
points
yeah.
for that.
If they're rooted,
Yeah.
I'm going to come up and just like make sure that the earth around them is damp so that they don't die.
Can I make a
Well, you
nature
better be
check
careful.
real quick about the properties of this
Yeah, be
flower?
careful about that.
About
Because
the
they're
roots?
they're in a high altitude. They're in a high altitude where they might not necessarily thrive on water, right? Like they might
They
be
might
a
they
flower that
that doesn't need damp soil but uses water vapors, and also if it survives at a high altitude, bringing it down to where it's warmer
So you want
might
to do a nature check to see if it needs
yeah.
water? Okay.
No, a nature check to see if
Oh.
just to
taking
see
it.
what it needs in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be similar to the shopkeeper's role in that it's going to be a hard check.
Wow.
No.
Can I do it as well because I want to help preserve these flowers?
Oh shit.
Yes,
That's
you can.
so bad. That's so
Okay.
bad.
And then that skill would be
Knowledge, intellect.
knowledge, intellect.
Yeah,
Isn't there a knowledge nature?
it'd be a knowledge
Yeah,
nature.
there's a knowledge nature, but it's keyed off your intellect. I apologize.
Oh,
Yeah, if you click your drop down menu, Jenny, you
Uh-huh,
should see
I'm in it.
nature under. Yeah.
I'm in the ends. There's the ends. Okay,
You know
and
what?
then I add 2 purple or 3 purple.
3.
3 purple.
3
Thank
purple.
you. All right, let's see. I mean, I doubt that she's going to know much because she doesn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, girl.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Threat.
Yeah, because there's a chance that it'll die soon after being
Imagine
brought
the threat
down.
will be that they're not in. Huh?
Maybe you just heard that, like, ask the herbalist, like, I don't know if we could say, like, retroactively, he kind of asked the herbalist more about the plant or something like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
You remember some of the conversation that you had earlier.
Yeah, I
so
don't. But Avari
So-
does.
So in terms of what the plant actually needs, the earlier guess was correct. It doesn't really need a lot of water, but it absorbs water vapor that is still at the high heights. So it doesn't need to be watered very often at all. And in fact, overwatering it can kill it.
Got it. So I will not water this plant.
Yes, just sunlight, and then it can collect water vapor.
Missed it, yeah.
It's a succulent.
Aww.
Kind of.
So I don't know if Kyaye like wants to roll the dice here. Not like literally, but like she has the 3 that are in her backpack already as well, but she lied about. So she definitely has the 6 that are like she put in this little like pot and put the rooted plant in it. But she's like, shit, what do I do with the ones that are in my backpack? How do I make sure that they don't die too? I don't know what to do about that.
Asiya most definitely says is you'll need to make them into a poultice as soon as possible. If they thrive up here, then in a area that has a higher humidity and or is warmer.
Do you know how to do that?
I have basic training in how to make poultices, but it's not my specialty.
Maybe Gertie would help us.
I believe the herbalist offered her services, but in a pinch, I can do these things.
Yeah, it'd either be like a medicine crafting check or a survival crafting check. Honestly,
Yeah,
depends on how the DM feels.
Yeah,
How
medicine
good-
in this particular case would be more appropriate since you're creating it to be used on someone.
Yeah.
So wait, are we saying that like in order for these flowers to be useful, even for Guillemon, it needs to be it
Well,
needs
no.
to be converted. We could
The problem is that if you want to take it to a Mashu, you're going to have to turn it into a poultice first, or else it won't survive the trip.
Sure. Oh yeah, 100%. But we are probably all safe to take the flowers down the mountain and back to Gertie, though.
Yeah, that we're safe for
Okay.
that. I'm just
Okay.
what I'm saying is that immediately leaving, you're probably just going to kill the flowers.
Oh, so I should stay with the party, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stay with the party.
He says, well, now that we have this, we can make our way down the mountain relatively
Gotta
quickly.
try.
Now that you made a path.
What was the 2 threat on that nature roll, by the way?
Oh yeah.
How
Just
closely are you?
curious.
Yeah. So with that, what's going to end up happening is one set, meaning 3 of the flowers, weren't completely uprooted successfully, which means that they just have less time in order to be created into a poultice, if that makes sense.
So okay, the set in Kyaye's bag. That makes sense.
I'm trying to
I
remember.
didn't check those.
It wasn't those ones. It was I think it was you, Tarim, who rolled and got the threat.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Those 2
Wait,
threat you were
no.
banking.
No, I got threats.
Oh, yeah, I've already got threats too. So you were banking Guillemon's threats, but
Correct.
I don't
For
know.
you, I had you like end up either suffering strain or Guillemot like noticed your bag. You didn't end up having any damage to the actual flowers themselves.
And
Okay.
then what did I notice as my threats? Just that they're dying faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
confused a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
Avari, I hadn't assigned your threats yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the flowers that are threatened are the ones that belong to Tarim.
Correct.
Okay,
that's
cool.
fine.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. Well.
And not all of them. He just said one set of them.
right,
are
right.
threatened.
So you have 3 that are viable,
Well,
but 3 that are threatened.
Well, let's make our way down the mountain.
Let's
do it.
go.
Let's go.
I really want to make an ice slide.
Let's do it. Let's slide down the mountain.
I can't. We
All
have
right.
bubbles.
I'm just kidding.
You go down the mountain and you find that Bubbles is still there, safe and sound, chewing on some grass.
Oh, bubbles.
And with it, it sounds like you wanted to go back in town to talk to Gertrude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. We normally run 2.5 hours. Is everyone okay with moving on to talk with Gertrude, or do you want to wait until next session?
I'm good to keep playing.
I'm gonna
good.
keep
I
playing too.
should.
I'm good to keep playing as well.
I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I can go for a little bit longer.
It'll probably only take about another 10 minutes or so to roleplay that out with Gertrude.
That's fine. Yeah. And then
Alright.
after that, I do have to go.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're
good.
good. So you make your way back into town, and you it's about midday now that you're walking back into the town, and you can see that Gertrude's shop is open. It seems less chaotic now. You don't hear any yelling. You don't see anything flying around.
Kyaye's gonna approach the shop just like she did last time, where she's gonna run in. This time she doesn't even wait at the door. And she's like, Gertrude, I found it.
And I'm gonna like trail in after, but like kind of let Kyaye have her moment.
Tarim, same.
Okay.
Ozzy is probably waiting out with the cart.
Gertrude says, "You found it. The flower."
Yes, look, we found lots of it. And I think she like kind of grabs Tarim's arm too, like just like show her what you got too, kind of thing.
He shows her.
We
With, like,
present
knowing
the
look,
12.
like-
Yeah.
Avari raises an eyebrow.
We present the 12 flowers to her. I think she's gonna keep the ones in her backpack, kind of like hidden still, just in case, because she doesn't want like Tarim to be mad.
Okay. So with it, she says, "Fantastic. What would you like done with these flowers?"
What did you say the word was? Poultice?
Poultice. Yes.
Poultice, yeah. Can you make it into a poultice for me?
Certainly, I can. So are you gonna apply it immediately, or do you plan on waiting till later?
Well, I have to travel back to Amashu, so he needs to survive the trip.
Gertrude nods her head and says, "I will provide jars for you all that will keep the moisture sealed inside, where you can then later use the poultice, so it'll still be fresh."
Awesome.
Master Herbalist, before you begin, I just want you to know that
He looks at Kyaye, who has the 6. Half of these are for you. Our part of the deal. I would like that.
God, his internet doesn't want him to have poison.
Yeah, that sounds like.
I think that was him asking. Yeah, I think he said basically uphold that part of the deal.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I thought that was my AirPods. I'm glad it was his internet.
Oh no, it was me. Yeah, he'll say half of these are for you. The other half are for the paralysis agent that you said you could prepare.
Okay.
She rolls her eyes at him, like, fine.
So she says, yes, of course. It will take me some time to make both the poultice and the paralysis poison. But
is there any way that like Kyaye can like shoo Gillamon off? Like, can you go check on Bubba?
Yeah,
because she wants.
I've turned in my bounty, so I know what I'm getting, and
Okay.
Yeah, he'll say, "Great, I'll be back later."
All right, so if it's just Kyaye and maybe Avari could be inside as well, but if
Yeah,
it's just
because
her inside, she'll like kind of look back, make sure no one's looking, and be like,
I'm gonna be there.
Maybe you could hide some cover, Avari, so no one else can peek inside and see.
Yep.
That she like pulls the last 3 out of her bag and be like, and these 2.
And if possible, I just want to learn how this poultice is made.
Yes, she will certainly let you watch as it's being made. So that will happen is if you ever decide to make it in the future, you'll have an easier time rolling that medicine check in order to create it.
Perfect.
All right. So she gets to work on the poultice. She grabs a variety of other commonly found herbs in her shop and then takes charcoal that has been crushed into a fine powder, mixes it together with some water, and then puts it into the separate jars, with each jar representing one dosage, if that makes sense. She then says, I will not share how I turn some of my own ingredients into the poison that the young gentleman wanted.
Yeah, I don't want to know that. I just want to know how to help people.
Very good child. It's a dangerous business that I have to sometimes do, and I don't wish to share that knowledge with anyone else. And with it,
you're a
she
good
kind of
witch.
Gertie the good witch. And with that, she kind of goes in the back of her shop for about 15 minutes to make the poison for Guillemon.
Because he's a bad witch.
So I have 3 jars of single doses.
Bad boy.
Yes.
Okay. And she's gonna slip those in her bag, just make sure no one sees them. That she has 3 instead of 2.
And then Tarim, you will have the other doses of poison.
Cool. How many doses does that like translate to, or uses, or if you don't have an answer for that now, that's fine. We could you can message me about stats or whatever later.
Yeah, I'll show you the stats. Long story short is like they'll like the paralyzed magic feature.
Okay, the poison is like the paralyzed magic feature.
Yeah, is the short answer on that.
So his threats didn't impact him at all?
Because he got it turned into the poison right away.
Okay, cool.
If they waited longer, it would have had issues.
Time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Got it.
But yeah, that's the end of this session, and it sounds like y'all are heading to Omashu soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet Boomy.
I don't know if anyone knows that, but that's what Kyaye's doing. I and Avari certainly know that.
Avari is becoming your shadow, so like, yeah.
Oh, I just realized why healing drops were 1,000 copper pieces each. Because there's 10 sips in a standard healing drop.
Oh, is this?
All right, guys, I do have to get going, but next week I should be good if we want to get back to Friday.
All right,
cool. And just so you know, everyone, there's a lot of good RP this session, so everyone gains 20 XP.
Ooh,
Awesome.
lovely.
Ooh.
Thank you. Tarim, I might be messaging you later because I have thoughts on my build.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
20 XP.
With that,
Bye, guys.
I will end the stream.
Bye.
For those of you who joined us and watched,
Cool.
I thank you.
Thank you for running, Mellow Lord.
Yeah,
As
no problem.
always,
It was
have
a lot
a
of
good
fun.
morning, good
Thanks for
evening, and
indulging
good
my
good
my
afternoon,
flower
and good
journey.
evening wherever you are. And remember,
We had,
stay frosty.
everybody gets